There you go. Chigs Smooth again. Let's go. Let's go.
Pass your driving test the faster way with National Intensive. We focus on intensive.
YouTube. This is Peter Rosenberg attacks on Andrew for this. I'm not even gonna say his name like that. For disrespecting Kendrick Lamar and take shots at Charlamagne. Oh wow. See, this is gonna be interesting. The reason why I say that because a lot of people would say that Charlamagne is at fault or this and that, but he's not responsible for another human being. Let's keep it all the way 100, yeah? In fact, that makes me bring, I'll do this. I'll do this first. Let me wrap to this first. And something
Chigs. Get ready. You know what to do, Chigs.
So let's hit Chigs Smooth. Hey, Chigs Smooth. Appreciate all the coverage that you've been doing. I've been watching your shit for a while. I just subscribed to your shit too, bro.
You guys, it's time we get serious, okay? It's time we talk about a topic that's been near and dear to my heart. A topic that keeps me up at night, tossing and turning in bed. We have to talk about the increase in rates of white-on-white crime in America. Because Peter Rosenberg just cried.
And it's not just, you know what? It's not just, it's just not white crime. It's, oh man, I won't even, you know what? Let me not say anything else more. Just know there's certain names that associate with certain cultures, and that name, their names, is associated with those cultures. With that particular, I don't know how to explain it. Give me a second. All right, so let's get into this. Peter Rosenberg attacks Andrew Schulz for I haven't said his name. Then let's go.
Crashed out on Andrew Schulz, you guys. We have a level 3 crasher, you guys. I repeat, we have a level 3 crasher. Now, Andrew Schulz is currently getting flamed on social media over his response to Kendrick Lamar calling him out on GNX. Now, if you guys did not watch the last video, please make sure you guys go check it out for Andrew's response. Andrew basically
and I'm gonna say this, yeah. I'm gonna just blatantly say this, yeah. He wanted this. Like, when I say Andrew, whatever his name is, wanted this, he actually wanted this. And I'm talking about he was the one that baited out Kendrick Lamar's fans for Kendrick Lamar to, in fact, I haven't said Kendrick Lamar fans because I'm a fan of Kendrick Lamar and I didn't even really watch that episode if I'm going to be completely real with you. But like, I have seen clips of it and he did actually say that he actually mentioned Kendrick Lamar's name. So here's the thing. And then he mentioned about Kendrick Lamar's fans. So he did it for bait. And this is what certain people and certain organizations do to generate to generate engagement, to generate views, clicks, and all that stuff there. Like he's not, you know, he's not like he's unintelligent. He's very intelligent. And the issue here is some people, like, I don't explain it. In one way, I'm glad Kendrick called him out. Cool. But in another way, I'm kind of upset he did. Not upset, but like, I kind of wish he didn't. But then I'm like, wait a minute, I'm glad he did, because now look at this response from this guy, from him, yeah? His response is it basically just it revealed more of who he is. He's not a comedian. He is an artist guy. Like, I'm trying not to use the actual term because it's YouTube and stuff like that. If you're watching on YouTube, like, he is one of those guys. And the thing about that is, comedians, or being a comedian, or being an entertainer, or whatever, as, do you know what I mean? To make money from it, and two, do you know what I mean? To try and get away from it. But the fact is, you're not going to get away with this. That's just plain facts.
He deflected his way out of that response to Kendrick. He pulled an Uno reverse card and said, hey, fuck that. You've also said a lot of things about black women as well. Which, if you actually listen to Kendrick, he really hasn't. Most of his music is uplifting black women. And then Andrew Schulz took it overboard when he started making grape jokes at Kendrick.
Like, first of all, Kendrick's people and the gang affiliate, everybody, his security, they will kill me. They will destroy me. They'll find me in the street. They'll fucking cut me up. They'll shoot me. They'll do whatever. I'm not a tough guy. Y'all do. But just Kendrick, I would make love to him. There's nothing he could do about it. Just Kendrick Lamar, I would make love to him, and the only thing that he could do is decide if it's consensual or not. That's the only thing he could do. If it's me and Kendrick...
If you see my road to that, you've seen it. You know what I mean? It's very like... The term buck breaking is like, when I first saw that, the term of buck breaking came into my mind, and I thought, hang on, you know what I'm saying? Like, they say, anyway, I won't begin to do it, because, yeah.
If it's me, Kendrick, this is about physics. It's about physics. I don't even know if I'll get hard. But if we're in a cell, there's a chance that if we're in a cell and we're bored and we done tattooing each other, whatever you do in the cell, and we ran out of board games and we did all the other things, we cleaned everything, and I'm like, man, I might as well fuck you. There's nothing he could physically do to stop that besides put his legs in the air and choose a position. Maybe Mark, I'll let him choose a position.
Why are you pulling this picture up, Mark? Why are you doing this?
Look at... And what I found mad interesting, it's not even interesting, but knowing Akash, do you know what's interesting, yeah? There was an episode of the Night Baby Show that Akash was on, yeah? And then he used a certain terminology, and like, I'm like, wait a minute. I was uncomfortable watching, because I was like, like, what? Like, why are... Then I thought, you know what? Let me just leave it be. Let me not leave a comment, anything disparaging or anything like that. I'll just, if they're accepting it, then they're going to accept it. But I'm assuming, you know what I'm saying? Like, certain people are not going to accept that type of wording and all that stuff there. And you could say, yeah, that's fine. Someone else clocked it. Someone else clocked it as well. If you go to the comments, you will see it. But the point I'm trying to make is that, like, some people feel as though certain cultures, and if you from a different culture and you're seeing other cultures, you have this stereotypical view of a culture, and you're thinking, okay, this is how they sound like, this is what they sound like, and this is what they say, so this is how I'm gonna, if I interact with them, you know what I mean, to a point where they feel comfortable and I can say this around them. That's what that seemed like with the Night Baby Show. And now this is not the disrespect Night Baby Show, because get me, I pick up Temi, Alchemy, shout out Fred Santana, shout out VP in the cut. You know what I mean? Shout them all out. Get me, the OGs. But the point is, yeah, the point I'm trying to make is just seeing the cash there. I was like, yo, okay. See him in that clip. I was like, okay. It let me know that there's certain people that, yeah, from now on, you have to ignore ignorance. Because we're living in a world of social media. If there's something you do not like, or something you do not, if there's something you don't like, and you're seeing it on social media, more times someone's gonna say something just to trigger a response from you. That's essentially what it is. This guy makes money from, do you know what I mean? From these type of situations. It is what it is. It's sad to see, but that's just the reality, innit? And because of his connects, it's sad. But you know, what can I say? The tides are turning. Let's put it this way.
Put up that picture of him and Travis Kelce's girl. Look at that shit.
Oh my God, dude, that's unbelievable.
Yo, I'll be honest. I would go so far as to say I don't think he could stop most people on the planet from having sex with him. Like, the only reason he got security is to stop people from having sex with him whenever he wants. Now, don't
You gotta remember, this is all in response to Kendrick Lamar just saying on Whacked Out Murals, which, by the way, wasn't all about Andrew, whatever his name is. Yeah, it was because he even mentioned about my hard work let Lil Wayne down. Lil Wayne got his panties in the bunch. He was apparently in the booth making a diss song. He even left it even before that. He left a comment. Do you know what I mean? About not waking up the sleeping giant or whatever. Like what? Dude, that we're even a diss. Even Snoop Dogg even took the thing as a joke when even in the same song, Whacked Out Murals. Kendrick mentioned about, you know, because of the whole the Taylor made song. You know what I mean? And Snoop Dogg retweeted it or whatever, or reposted it. Kendrick was like, Snoop must be on edibles. What did Snoop response? Snoop's response was, yeah, I was on edibles. Yeah, I was on edibles, cuz, you know how he talks. Like, that was his response. And mind you, Snoop Dogg has already crowned Kendrick Lamar long before that. Kendrick Lamar is the king of LA. But anyway, let's go.
There's people who could fuck me against my will. I was in an elevator once with this drag queen, and this motherfucker was like 6'5".
Oh, yeah.
And we're going down, take it.
Yeah.
I gotta cause a ruckus or something like that. Like, I gotta have my pants. I gotta do something.
Yeah.
I know with Kendrick that he's talking a lot of shit, but if it came down to it, I could put him on my lap. I could feed him a bottle. I could put him on my lap. I could feed him a bottle and make love to him if I wanted to, and there's nothing he could do about it. I might not be hard. Dick might just slap soft against his butt. I could be romantic with him, and there's nothing he could do about it, to the point, like, I think I'm so charming, he would just fall into it. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I think he would just be so charmed. He would be like, damn, like, whap, 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 whap. Let me...
Now, radio host Peter Rosenberg had enough of shows. He went on Twitter to voice his disdain for shows. He said shows talking about who he would violate is rich. This man is 100% pure, uncut bitch. And then he goes on to take a shot at Charlamagne, saying another great...
Wait, why did he say it like that? Nah, wait, why did he... Wait, anyway...
from quote-unquote The God. Rosenberg then continued saying, yo, this take is so bad, so painfully bad.
All right, listen, I understand why he went at Charlamagne as well, because obviously Charlamagne is... It's like, look, one thing you have to understand, yeah? There's Hot 97 versus Power 106 or whatever. Was it Power 10 whatever? I don't even know, but it's Hot 97 versus Power 106 or whatever that it is. So, the thing is, that's why I feel like he came at Charlamagne, because of Charlamagne giving this guy a platform. But I think, regardless, that guy, or who, well, I don't even call him a guy, that thing would still have a platform. That's just unfortunate facts. Yeah, that's just unfortunate facts. So I'm not going to put the blame on Charlamagne. However, it will be interesting after this to see how Charlamagne genuinely reacts to this situation. Because at the end of the day, Charlamagne is clearly a fan of hip hop. That's certain. Yeah, but also he is. Do you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't even say, is he a fan of? Well, we know he prefers Kendrick over Drake. That's a plain fact. But the reality is, like, yes, like it's gonna be interesting to see how he reacts. But anyway.
Being friends with Charlamagne gave this guy a pass to give opinions on hip hop. This era is unbelievable. Good thing no one gets.
Nah, do you know what? I don't think it's the case of him giving an opinion on hip hop. Like, I'm gonna tell you how this started. Not just because he's talking about hip hop in general. You gotta understand how this specific situation started. I'll run through it afterwards, and you'll see.
Gets checked anymore, and shows better pray that holds true. Ooh, Rosenberg with some threats, okay. Then Rosenberg continues saying Kendrick calls out shows for running down black women, more specifically, the dudes who let it happen unchecked. Shows responds by saying, oh, cause rappers are so pro-women, Shows is no different than Bill O'Reilly, acting like K-Dot is 2 Live Crew. It is a nonsensical response, and Shows doesn't actually like or understand hip-hop. Please hear me, not all white guys are built the same. For some of us, black culture is not wacky fodder or a means to an end. And then Rosenberg continues.
It's so interesting that come from Peter Rosenberg, yeah, because I've always seen this guy as a culture vulture because he's always disrespected the greatest of all time. Do you know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, there's some that like, but in this situation, I have to just give him some credit. I'll give him some credit for this.
Continues with his criticism of Andrew Schulz. He put out this video calling him out. Here it is.
I don't know Andrew Schulz. All right. I've never understood it. I don't get it. Never understood how he got a voice on hip hop. He's not a DJ, not an expert on the culture, not anyone who's ever put anyone on, played music, supported artists. He just sat next to Charlamagne and all of a sudden got a pass to start talking about a music and culture he knows nothing about and doesn't understand fundamentally. Kendrick takes a shot on him on the album by pointing out that people shouldn't let a white comedian talk about black women, whatever. His response is to threaten to sexually assault Kendrick in a weird joking way. Okay, flat weird joke, but I get it.
Do you see how Peter Rosenberg had to correct his words? He's like, wait, this isn't really a joke. You know what I mean? Like, this guy is not a comedian. I'll be honest with you. Like, he's not a comedian. You make that, maybe he's quote unquote label, but he's not a comedian. He is just a weird, like, being that has a platform that, you have to, wait, you know, anyway, I don't even want to talk about it too much, man, because let's just finish watching this video and, get on to the other one and then.
Get the job you're trying to do. And then also responds by pulling this, oh, since when has hip-hop been so pro-women? Oh, because hip-hop's so pro-women. Why are you talking about hip-hop? We're talking about Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick is the representative for all rap. Do you even like rap? Do you even like hip-hop? Like, I know you don't care about black culture at all. Like, you're one of those people who talks about the music because it's hot and trendy. You don't know it. You don't get it. You don't love it. Deep down, it's just a means to an end for you. I get that. But you went straight Bill O'Reilly? And when a rap artist says something, you come at all rap as if Kendrick Lamar is 2 Live Crew? The man's been uplifting women his entire career.
Now, most of you guys should know this, but Peter Rosenberg and Andrew Schulz do not get along. About a year and a half ago, Rosenberg called out Schulz.
They do. That's actually true. I've heard that they don't get along, but it's like, yo, that's interesting to know. Especially, so it just goes to show that, you know what I'm saying? But I want to hear their takes on another subject. I want to hear their take on, listen, seeing as they're both in America, and seeing as America funds something else, and seeing as they're part of a certain particular culture, I want to hear their take on, you know what I'm saying? Especially after hearing about, a particular type of news. I'm trying to be careful with the words I use here because I know how social media can be in terms of, you know what I mean? But anyway, let's go.
Shows for his comments about Lauren London, which then prompted Shows to flame up Rosenberg. Here it is.
Your host, Peter Rosenberg, was talking about this. And I'm going to give Peter a gift that he's never got in his life. I'm going to care about what he has to say. Okay? Yeah, that is the reality. Now, I'm not saying Peter's a bad broadcaster, but some people have that intangible thing that makes people care about what they say, right? And Peter just doesn't have it. And that's why he always has to be a parrot on someone's shoulder. Peter's never been able to exist on his own, right? He has to be next to someone that people care what they say. Right now, it's Ebro. Before it was Cypher, right?
Okay. Have you existed on your own? Because I have never, then again, I don't follow the guy because I don't really care about him, and this is clearly why. I know of this guy because of Charlamagne Cool, whatever that happens. But then I've seen him beside Akash and some other guy and some next black guy. Hang on. Let me just put this into perspective. Have you ever existed as a solo? Obviously, I've seen him try to do stand-up comedian, which 50 Cent posted one thing at one time, and I'm like, okay, I don't find him funny, but okay, whatever. But anyway, let's go.
Right? He does a sports show with a couple other guys, but he knows deep down no one gives a flying what he has to say. But I'm going to give him that gift. I'm going to give Iago the gift of caring what he has to say. He believes, right, that he should control what women do with their bodies. He believes that he should tell a woman to kiss another dude if she doesn't feel comfortable doing that, right?
And then obviously you guys know Rosenberg does not like Charlamagne. They've been at it for 10 plus years now. Goes back to the Hot 90s.
See, this is what I was saying before. Hot 97 versus Power 106 or something. This is what I was saying before. Hang on. This is what I was saying before. But I don't. The situation with Peter Rosenberg and Andrew Schulz is a very interesting one. It's very interesting to see. I can't even lie. You hear me? I think we should all sit back and let them fight out. Let's see. You know what I mean? Put them in a boxing ring. Let's see who wins. I reckon Peter Rosenberg will win. I can't even lie. I reckon. You know what I mean? Like, and then the money goes to a charity of Kendrick Lamar's Trace. How about that? Everybody wins. And then Andrew can F off from hip-hop culture, black culture, everything else in this F off in this. Yeah. That's my opinion on what should happen.
Do with their bodies. He believes that he should tell a woman to kiss another dude if she doesn't feel comfortable doing that, right?
And then obviously you guys know Rosenberg does not like Charlamagne. They've been at it for 10 plus years now. Goes back to the Hot 97 and 105.1 radio beef. Rosenberg has continued to take shots at Charlamagne over the years, and anybody pretty much affiliated with Charlamagne is going to catch strays from Rosenberg. So with Charlamagne and Shows doing a podcast together, it was pretty much a done deal that Rosenberg was going to eventually beef with Shows. And Schulz knows this. That's why he goes hard on Rosenberg with the jokes anytime he can. And also, Andrew Schulz tends to lean a little bit to the right politically. Schulz has also had Donald Trump on his podcast, who Peter Rosenberg does not fuck with. So you have a whole bunch of...
Alright, all the politics aside, forget the politics. Because the reality is, you know, when it comes down to certain conversations that are being had, we need information. Like, I'm not gonna say no one doesn't care about politics, because some people do, and it is important most of our lives or whatever. But the reality is, let's just stick to the subject here. Yeah, the subject is in regards to Andrew's and reaction to Kendrick Lamar, and then obviously Peter Rosenberg has responded, and he has basically responded in a way which, you know, makes sense. That's what it should be based on. It shouldn't really be based on the history that these two both have. Because let's be honest, Chigs Smooth, nobody cares. I promise you, nobody cares. Well, some people may care, but nobody cares. You know what I mean? The reality is, when it comes to this situation precisely. It's just trying to figure out how can we get rid of this guy out. You know what I'm saying? Like in a way, get rid of in a sense. Let me be careful with what I'm saying. Get rid of in terms of him having commentary, because clearly he's having commentary because he knows that he can get clicks. I'm telling you this from now. There's a lot of people that are like that. That will, even organizations, I've seen it. They use certain things, certain people, and certain cultures for clicks to make money, to whatever. You know what I mean? The only thing we can do in this day and age is ignore them. Or if you work for that company or work with that person, then you just have to tell them what it is. And if they disagree with you, no longer deal with them. Simple. It's as simple as that. All right?
Of elements combined into this response from Rosenberg to Schulz, and I'm sure he means well. You gotta police your own people, and I fully support it. Even though the Bill O'Reilly comparison was a little bit out of pocket, but sure, I get it. But if we're going to be factual, Schulz has been on record saying he doesn't know much about hip-hop. Him responding to Kendrick Lamar saying his name on the album isn't exactly him giving an opinion on hip-hop. And if you watch his podcast, he doesn't really get into hip-hop topics unless it's something completely super viral. He's not sitting there on his podcast breaking down the bars, similes, metaphors of every song. Most times on his podcast, he's talking about white comedians and pretty much white news. And I'm not gonna lie, this response would have hit a little bit harder if you would have left Charlamagne's name out of it. Because now it just seems like you're doing all of this huffing.
That's facts. That's facts. That's genuine facts. There's literally no need to mention Charlamagne's name. There's literally no need. But what it will do is it will get Charlamagne to respond. That's a fact. Like, it will happen. Charlamagne is going to respond now. I think before, I don't think he would necessarily respond. He'll probably take his time to respond. But now that this response has happened, he's going to put himself in a way where he can respond like, I don't know, explain it, to make it seem like Andrew is his own guy. Like, he's not responsible for what Andrew says. And like it or not, I'm going to be real with you. I don't think this will stop Andrew and Charlamagne working together. That's what I believe. I would want it to, but it's not going to happen. If I'm wrong, I can say I'm wrong. But listen, look at the world we live in. Do you know what I mean? There's some organizations you work for or your money goes through, and do you know what I mean? They say that it's yeah. That's what I can say on that. If you understand what I mean without me saying too much, you understand. If you don't, I'm sorry.
And puffing at shows just to spite Charlamagne. And listen, I support calling out Schulz. You guys know I did it in the last video. But Rosenberg, I hope you're ready, my boy. Schulz is going to come with some heat. Because you still got to remember, that boy is still a comedian and he still knows how to roast people. You guys get in the comments below. What do you guys think about Rosenberg calling out Andrew Schulz? Do you guys think he has a point, or is he trying to join the hate train? Post your comments below. Subscribe to my channel, like this video. I'll see you guys later, man.
I just got the perfect gift for my boyfriend that was 20% off at Man's.
We'll talk about the best gifts later. In fact, I might do a video. I could reveal on that. But let's see the comments. Let's see the comments. Hit that like button. Of course, already did. I'm just popping in to say Mr. Lamar never said that man's name. The fans made the connection, and as my elders would say, hit a dog. Hit dog will holler. Yeah, basically. I mean, that wasn't even funny. Lots of fake laughing. All right, so I'm gonna put, if you let someone talk long enough, they will expose themselves and their true intentions. Andrew is not a comedian. Plus, Peter Rosenberg himself is a vulture. But he said what was needed to be said, but he should have left Charlamagne's name out of it. All right, so like, comment, share, subscribe. There's something I need to actually react to afterwards. Let's see. Wait, what do you mean? Okay, it can't be